All right, guys. As promised, I'm creating a video to prepare so you guys can prepare for the. I'm sorry for the glare. See, so you guys can prepare for the um, quiz that's going to take place tomorrow. The quiz has 20 questions. You're going to get um, one paragraph. It's going to be a definition paragraph, and you're going to have to number one. Um, be able to identify the topic sentence. You guys have done that a lot. You're going to also have to be able to identify different parts of a topic sentence for a definition paragraph. Okay? And those concepts are covered on page 124 in the Longman book. Okay? So make sure you look at page 124. I also would advise you to go over the model paragraph on page 122. Okay, you're also going to have to be able to look at context clues for the definition of words inside of the paragraph. Okay, so you got to be able to read the paragraph, look around the word that the question is asking you to find the meaning of that word. So there are going to be several words inside the paragraph that you may not know the definition. No problem, because the definition is somewhere around that word, or a context clue is somewhere around that word. So if you're using your thinking mind, relax, use your thinking mind, you'll be able to find the answer to or the meaning of that word quite quickly. Let's see. You also be asked about types of sentences, whether a sentence is simple, compound, complex. Okay. Remember, the sentences with relative clauses, all right, relative pronouns, they're considered complex sentences. Okay. Say that again. The sentences with that have relative clauses, they're considered complex sentences. We went over this. Okay. Relative adjective clauses. Please look over page 131. So you'll be asked several questions in the second part. Okay, there's 10 questions for the definition paragraph, and then you will have 4 questions where you have to actually you have part C. Just jump over here. You have 3 questions where you have to identify how to correctly make a sentence. Have to take 2 sentences and combine them correctly. So you get 4 selections, and you have to figure out which one of the 4 sentences is the best complete sentence for the 2 sentences. So you'll get 2 simple sentences. You have to combine them. So basically what it's looking to do is see if you're able to combine 2 simple sentences into a complex sentence that has an adjective clause or a relative clause. All right. Also, you need to be able to combine 2 sentences to make a positive. If you forgot about appositives, you can find that on page 130. Appositives are very simple. Appositives are nothing more than noun phrases, and they rename a noun. They rename a noun. So example of an appositive is Ray Roberts, comma, English teacher, comma, works at KSAU. Okay, that's an example of an appositive. We did a lot on adjective clauses. Make sure you review again 131. And then on part B, the second part, you'll be given another paragraph, a little smaller paragraph, and you have to you'll be given several options to complete that particular sentence in the paragraph with the right word. So, like for instance, looking at the example here, a flash drive is a device for storing, store, to store, or stored. Okay, you would select the right word. So, in this case, a flash drive is a device for storing your or moving digital files. Storing. All right, it's not store or to store or stored. And that's what you would do. You pick the right word based on the selection you have in the paragraph. All right, and that's part B. I told you Part C. Part C is nothing more than combining two sentences to make a relative clause. Excuse me, a complex sentence is a complex sentence that has even a positive. Excuse me, a complex sentence that has an adjective clause. And then the final part D is there are three sentences, and you have to select the sentence, the one part of the sentence that has the error. And you guys have done that in previous quizzes, midterms, and finals. So you get three sentences. There are 4 opportunities to figure out which part of the sentence has the error. Okay, so questions 1 through 10 will deal with the definition paragraph, ask you questions like what's the topic sentence, ask you questions about what sentence breaks unity, ask you questions about what sentence has an appositive, ask you questions about fill in the blank with the most appropriate transitional word, things like this. You guys know what type of questions we ask on those deals. Part B will be for you to be able to select. You must be able to select the proper word that goes in the blank, and that's multiple choice. It's all multiple choice. Okay, the whole quiz is multiple choice. Part C is you have the 2 simple sentences that you have to make into complex sentences using adjective clauses. And part D is you have 3 sentences, and you have to find out the error. What part of the sentence has the error? Again, everything is multiple choice. Make sure that you also remember extra information versus necessary information. Remember that is always used for necessary information, and that never requires a comma. Okay, remember that. That never requires a comma. So remember, so look at page 133 also. Make sure you also look at page 134 and 135 to refresh yourself. Also 137. And on page 139, there's a chart that summarizes important information about adjective clauses. So you most definitely want to look at the chart on page 139. The chart on page 139. So make sure you look at basically all the pages, but the pages that I denoted in this video. If you have any additional further questions, please WhatsApp me. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, is +96654 0039 777. Be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.